Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Victoria, again. Here's my social media. Follow me right there. Alright, it's been a while since I have been back on YouTube. It's been about a year or two. So let's get right back into things. Yeah, subscribe, like, do what you do on here. Okay, let's get right into this. So instead of doing a Speak My Life, which is a Draw My Life version, we're doing story time. So my story time today includes the city that I live in, which is New Orleans, Louisiana, and that means our city is very haunted. Yes, haunted, like ghosts, boo. So I went to De La Salle High School, which is in the dead city of Louisiana, not New Orleans. So that means also it's haunted. It was very haunted. My school, I was very, very close to my English teacher, Miss Ellis, and she was telling me about one night how the piano was playing by itself. How does that happen? A piano play by itself? It doesn't happen like that. So it was playing by itself. My math teacher was telling stories about how a basketball would be dribbled down in front of the disciplinarian's office, and you wouldn't see anything. Like, there'd be no ball, no one there. So craziness. The girls' bathroom on the second floor, very haunted. You'd go in there and you'd go and pee or do whatever you do, and you'd hear from the first stall slamming. No thank you. You do not want to hear that at 7 in the morning. No. So I was freaking out whenever that would happen. So I'd only use the downstairs bathroom. And yeah. So then I decided to move. We moved in Metairie, and little did I know that we lived on an Indian burial ground, which is not a good idea. So, my first encounter with the spirit at my house, old house, my new house, hopefully is fine. I have not felt anything. If there's anything, please don't come near me. So, that just scared me. I had a notification come up. So, I was laying in my bed. I was around 13, 14, and my bathroom was right across the hall from my room, so it was diagonal. So I used to leave all my toiletry, like my hair products, my body products, on the side of the tub, so it's just easier to get to for me. And one night, I had my dogs. I had 3 dogs, and they were all laying with me on my bed. And next thing you know, all of my stuff comes rolling to my room. And I was like, okay. So I freaked out, called my mom because she was working her late night in the hospital. So I was freaking out. And y'all probably just heard that. It was a buzz. It was a text message. And she's like, oh, it's nothing. It was the wind. So I brushed off. I was like, yeah, it's the wind. No big deal. So, yeah. So then the next encounter was I woke up one morning to a handprint right here and a handprint on my side, and I had bruises all down my legs. Now, may I remind you, I was freaking out not only because I had handprints on me, it was homecoming day. So we had our homecoming game, like our game to go to. So homecoming here is really big. High school in general is really big for New Orleans. Like, when you say, hey, what school did you go to? They don't expect you to say what college you went to. You say where you went to high school. And it's kind of like judgy where you went to high school, because some public schools aren't as good unless you get into the tested public schools. Where you want to be mostly is Catholic private school, and I went to a Catholic private school my entire life. So game day was really big. And I had this giant bruise on my arm. It looks like I was being beaten. So I was freaking out for that. And the dance was that night. And my dress was strapless. So, and it was black. So it didn't really go with my arm. So I was freaking out, didn't know what to do. Luckily I covered up with some makeup. But in my homecoming pictures, you can still see my bruises everywhere on my arm, my leg. So, not cute. So that was my second encounter. My third encounter was I had my boyfriend at the time come over. I was dating him for 5 years. And we were in the gaming room. And we were walking. And we saw something. And I was like, we're just seeing shit. Next thing you know, my big, thick SAT book that was pushed up on the wall flew off my desk onto the floor. So I walked up and I was like, okay, whatever. And I picked it up, put it back on my desk. Literally, I walked around to go put it, like, I don't know where I was going. I put it back, I walked to the stairs, and literally it flew off right again. So I was like, I'm leaving it, going back downstairs. So next thing you know, we see and feel the ghost. Yes. So my ex starts freaking out, and we bring him home, and excuse me, what? No. So we bring him home, my mom and I, we are on our way back home, and she starts telling me all the stuff that's happened to her. Like, she was pulled out of bed violently, my dad got a knife thrown at him, pushed down the stairs, blah, blah, blah. So, I did not let her leave my side that entire night. She went with me to pack so I could go spend the night with my grandparents because I didn't want to deal with that. Not at all. So, I packed and I slept with my grandparents, and then the next day I went back because I was like, maybe it cooled down. So that night that I came back, I saw a shadow, like an actual figure of a woman at the edge of my bed. What? So I freaked out, no. And then, creepier, my computer room was across from my bedroom, so both of the doors were open, so it like pulled it shut, and it started like rattling the thing, like the doorknobs, and that was just freaky. So that's the last encounter I've ever had with that ghost. That is hopefully the last encounter that I'll ever have. Wait, I take it back. I had one more encounter. I was trying to prove to my friend that it was real because no one believed me. No one ever believed me. This was when I just got my car. I was just starting to drive. So I was like, I'm going to prove to y'all that this is real. Like, this has actually happened. Our window used to open up when we would, like, pull out of the driveway. So I was like, look, it's going to open. So I drove them to the house. Yeah, the window opened in my bedroom. There was also a shadow sitting in the front room in front of the blinds. Like, it was just waiting for me. Tell me that's not creepy. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Tune in tomorrow, and I'll do a story time about my life. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, lovies, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Subscribe.